Alright, so as per the last review, you'll see this fluffy little butthole. Every time I try to work on, I'm like, I'm gonna shit up for comparisons. And he's like, love me. Also, probably shouldn't be doing that near the Exactoblade cat. Oh, okay, geez, everybody's gotta know that you do these videos, huh? Everybody, huh? Mister, I need attention all the time. Yeah, and I've kicked you off my lap, so you decided, we'll just make it a little bit more forceful now. I'm gonna fuzz up the brand new diorama that I put together. Yeah, is that what you're gonna do, huh? Okay, for Sneerius, you gotta get down. Servo, down. Down. Please get down. You're watching my hand. I'm pointing at the ground. You were about to do it, and then you got really stubborn and flooped over. And I need you to get down. Peace? Oh, what? Serious? Are you giving me serious? Because I'm waving my fingers and you don't like it? Oh, you are. Huh? Yeah, give a shot? Give a shot? Yeah, you want to fight? You want to fight? You want to fight? Huh? Huh? I like that you won't. You'll swat at me, but not the toy. Yeah, I see your tail floof and you're very upset. You can get down. Get down. Can make me get up. You're a horrible monster. Come on. Come on. Thank you. You better run. Now everybody got to see my horrible table section over there. Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today in this unimportant review, I was going to make this an actual review, but we just
look
got...
at the camera. I can see your hand shining off the Spawn box. You see it?
Oh, right there.
Yeah, look at that. That is awesome. I love this box.
Okay, I lost track. So we were going to do an actual review because I would like to do some photos. I think it'd be fun to have him fighting the Violator. But we got a few other reviews lined up, so...
Do they have a medieval Violator?
No, but yes. You know what? Screw it. We'll just make this a review.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, we'll get to this editing this eventually. So what we have here is the second of the Kickstarter spawns, but medieval spawn from Mcfarlane Toys, which I used to have the original set. Ended up selling it because I tend to whenever I get spawn figures, I usually have to customize them just to make me happy. And having customized some spawns already, I kind of like the ones I customize better.
It's understandable.
And how many basic spawns do I really need in my collection?
One of each?
Well, I just mean like a regular spawn.
One of each.
Yeah, so I was like, but no, I mean breakfast. Okay, I get you. So I only need one. I actually have multiples because I have the Mortal Kombat spawn. I have a regular spawn, Commando. And it was just I don't need three of the exact same figures. So, and the price hadn't really been spiked up like I was hoping. And if anything, they were kind of going down. Yeah. So I just screw it, got off of it before anything bad happened with it. And then this got announced, and I'm like, well, Medieval Spawn's kind of the outlier for me because it's easily my favorite spawn.
It is one of the best spawns out there, honestly.
Yeah, it was also my favorite spawn toy growing up. So they had 3 color variants. They had the regular spawn, comic spawn, comic spawn, toy spawn, and the black and white spawn. The artist proof.
The white one would be awesome, actually.
Yeah, it was more gray tones and stuff because it's
really?
it's the proof version. So I decided to go with the toy version because again, that's the one I grew up with, and I just loved the blue on red. I always thought it was really cool.
Good combo.
And also because I've actually customized a medieval spawn in the past, which this is the normal release one. And then I did this one already in traditional spawn colors with the red, the silvers, and the blacks. So I was like, well, we'll go with the toy version. And I'm just going to buy the one because, again, I'm probably going to end up customizing it anyways. So I'm just going to grab the one. But that being said, after getting this guy out, messing with him, if you guys have watched our top 10 figures of the year, you already know my thoughts on the spawn a little bit there. But we'll show off the comparisons a little bit more. But fun fact, I don't feel like I need to customize this thing.
It's pretty good.
Barely at all. Like, if anything, I mentioned soft goods cape would maybe be cool. Might mess that way around.
I don't
with
know.
that.
I kind of like it the way it's like flowing to the side. You know?
Yeah, it's very Mcfarlane, where it's already kind of stylized. Not as bad as the first Kickstarter Spawn, which is also kind of the reason why I ended up getting off that. Was I didn't really like that it was kind of already in a pose and then it was posable.
Yeah.
Well, it's basic pose, but the cape is stylized. So it's cool, but then it's like it's always kind of flowing in the one direction. So like it's standing on a shelf, it's got a little bit more character, but if you're trying to do like toy photography or you like want to make full use out of an articulated figure, a stylized cape is not the best option.
Well, yeah, because this is kind of more like statue-ish.
Yeah, it's like a statue, but you get a little bit more play with it. This is the way it's like my mindset when I see something like this.
Yeah.
And then it's like if I do the cape, do I make the chains real? Because I made the chains real on the other Spawn.
Spiral.
Yeah, it's like how much am I going to really customize on this? But the one, like we'll get into them a little bit more here. But the one fun thing is, I think if you want to customize it, you don't really have to go hard and damage the value. But that being said, for the actual box, I'm already kind of scuffed it up a little bit. There's a little line there, but I love the metallic on this. So it's very reflective and shiny, but you got like the blood red on it with the Spawn logos. And the markings, got the giant Spawn if you want on the side. And then it's even got more when you open it up. Where it's got the reflective gloss. So it has the sword with the Spawn logo. It's the same thing on the back. And then you can open it up and it fully displays everything. I have all of the stuff out, but I do have my Masterworks certificate of authenticity, so you know it's legit. And if you take this piece out, this piece of foam. If you had the original Kickstarter Spawn, it's fairly similar. The box is a little bit more elaborate, but the setup is the same.
You got it, Steve. You almost got it.
Where this comes out, and then it has the package that would be in,
awesome.
And it even comes with the comic book.
See, this box you have to keep, Steve.
And you can also pop this out and you can close it back up. So even though I opened the Spawn, I can fully seal this thing back up and you would never know.
Cutting the neck of boxes that come in like that.
Yeah, I would wish more companies would do this. I get it because people could steal it a lot easier, but it'd be sweet. And then comics got a nice reflectiveness. Now, something about me is I almost, because I can do this, I almost want to get the OG comic. Stick the OG comic in there. Have the actual comic with it. I think would be cool.
I wonder how much it goes for.
I know the original figure isn't that expensive. Like in the box, you're only probably looking at like the 20s or 30s. You can get it out of the package for pretty cheap. But anyways, since we got it opened up out of its cardboard prison, let's get into it. All right, so now that we got Medieval Spawn opened up out of its cardboard prison, first and foremost, we're just going to kind of go over every single accessory, which is a lot, and then we'll kind of go into his little features, I guess is what I'm going to say. But anyways, for starters, we have his extra shield, which has the giant skull on the front there. Get the nice metallic golds, the red Spawn logo on the bottom here. It's got the clasp on the back here too. You'll also notice there's a magnet.
I remember from
we'll get into that in a few. These also can pop out. So they are just pegged in, so it's easy to swap the arms out in order to, as you can see there, to get the arms in, because it doesn't really just slide in there. It's kind of the pain. Then we also get this fancy sword. I don't know what to call this. I also like that it has these little spiky bits on the front, which terrify me in terms of breaking them. And also seems like the least effective way to attack somebody with a sword. It's like a more gnarly version of like
it's a bread knife.
The Sakabato from Rurouni Kenshin.
It's a bread knife, Steve.
Well, you have to like cut this way. But then you can just...
that way.
Yeah. Well, it's not even, it won't cut. You just smash them. It's pretty much hitting somebody with nails. But it's also got the Spawn logo on the bottom of the hilt. He also comes with this shorter axe with the bigger blade on one side, shorter blade on the other. You got the little stabby bit, which would suck because of the way it flays in both directions. Wouldn't be stitchable. Get the metallic gold for the skull there, wrapping, more Spawn logos, more spikes. He also comes with this mace.
Oh, no, put the axe back. That's so better.
Which looks good. More Spawn logos on the bottom. Kind of looks like a little sun. Then you get the ball and chain mace.
Oh,
why do they give me a metallic chain or a metal chain for this, but won't give me metal chains for his belt?
You know, I can't argue that, yeah.
It would be cool if that was actually metal on it. Yeah, like I said, metal chains, soft goods cape, 10 out of 10, best figure of all time. He also comes with a different set of clasps for his, for the cape here, which honestly I'm probably going to put these ones on there because I kind of like the Spawn logos a little bit more than the skulls.
Yeah, it's more of a classic-ish.
Then you also get 2 chest plates, which is where we start getting into the added features for this guy.
Jesus, how much did they put out with this figure?
So you get the more Spartan-esque chest. This was the original chest on it. And then this is the extra one that had the Spawn logo, which I like that one. Which, these also are magnetized. For the helmets, you get the more like Roman Spartan helmet, where you can see the hamburger face on the undersection with the green eyes. This looks good. You got more Spawn logos with the hair flaying out. And then probably my favorite helmet out of the set. I'm still going to probably keep the OG one on it, but this one's pretty sweet, where it's like the fully enclosed helmet. But it also can lift up to expose the hamburger head.
Oh, I like that. That's neat.
Which is pretty sweet, and the detailing on this thing is phenomenal. You also get the helmet, but this one's gold and also squishy, because he also comes with 2 extra hamburger heads. So you get the closed face and the screaming one. And then this you can slide over top. So if you want them to have like an actual helmet on, it gives you an option. Or if you just want them like holding the helmet while you have the hamburger head on, again, gives you the options there. He also comes with a pair of extra hands. So you get the more pointing hand. And I guess like scratchy hand. Then he also comes with some different forearm guards, where you get the more like traditional like spiky Spawn ones. Then these were the ones that were on him. So this one's got the like skulls with the serpent on that guard, and then you get the more skulls in the face on this one. And then I chose to go with the more traditional Spawn there on the forearm there. But these are just magnetized, so it just pops right on and off.
That's still probably one of the best ideas, at least for this figure.
I think it's cool because, again, it gives you some options. Just like the cat hair. It's also an option. It's floating around. He also comes with fancy sword, which goes in the sheath back there. Just some metallic gold for the centering. Get the skull there. Again, more spiky bits on the end. Look good. Blue for the handle. You get the giant axe here, which looks like bat wings. Looks like something from an Avenged Sevenfold cover.
Every time you say bat wings, all I think of the movie is Waiting.
Waiting? Oh. And with the spiky bit at the top, you get the skulls. Again, so many spikes all the time.
Oh,
like all of them have all this like little section here with the wrapping here. Looks really good. He also has the medieval Spawn display stand, which is a little bigger than your typical Mcfarlane stand that they come with. And then, so I really like the shield. It's got the nice wooden look here. You got the straps. You got the Spawn logo. It kind of reminds you of the original. I almost kind of wish it spun.
It doesn't?
No, it's just the shield. Like the original toy, this actually spun. It was like a weapon. and I think would have been kind of cool. I'm not complaining because I think
No, but still, it would be kind of neat.
the amount of accessories this thing came with and just like the attention to detail on every single accessory, this thing's already winning. But would have been kind of sweet. And then, like I mentioned, these straps just pop in so you can pop that off. We'll stick that up. Do I have that backwards? No, I don't. Okay. Stick that there. And then now to the fun stuff. The cape and this thing are removable. So you can see this kind of shifts around. Kind of a little bit of a pain, but that can just slide over the arm. And like I said, if you want to change the clasp, you can on here. Which I think we're going to. And then, like I said, I kind of want to put a soft goods cape on them.
Ta-da!
It's not attached. It's not attached like a lot of the other Spawn figures, which is freaking fantastic. So I don't have to damage this thing if I want to make a soft goods cape for it. Or even if I just don't want the cape on. Like I just want to have them rocking like this. It's an option. Granted, now you got a hole in his chest. And then for the actual chest, like I mentioned, these are magnetized. So if you want to swap them out, put the OG back on. It's really simple to do.
Oh, I kind of like the OG on there, Steve. Ooh, never mind.
I don't mind this one, but I don't like. I think aesthetically, it kind of clashes with the coloring because it's not gold here. I almost think that if
something else that's gold, like no other pieces can be replaced to match that.
Well, you can't like the stomach's a stomach.
Oh.
So I almost kind of wish the coloring was maybe a little bit different just to match the chainmail and then the silver to the gold. Like I said, the color separation bugs me a little bit. I see that like it's transfers to the silver, which kind of helps.
But it's still not like 100% blended.
Yeah, it's kind of hard with the lighting. And I'm currently trying to figure out there's a clasp. So I want those. But you can, like I said, swap all those pieces out. So we are going to put them back up to my preferred one. Like I said, I like the helmet that's currently on it. I think it looks really sweet. It's got the straps on the back here. You get the chainmail with the blue and the metallic silver dry brushing over top of it to make it look a little bit more weathered. That back is gnarly as all balls.
Can you change the back, or is that?
No, it's pretty much just the forearms and the chest and the helmet are what's swappable. Which is only, like I said, it's the only thing that's kind of weird because now that I got these on there, it doesn't quite match the way the detailing is on the shoulders. It works, but it's not like perfect, you know?
Yeah.
But again, like how many things could they add to keep swapping out? And then these things, like I'd be terrified to have to swap this joint out.
I would be, I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah, but one thing I think stands out to pretty much every single other Spawn figure that I've ever gotten from them is just the amount of attention to detail and the coloring and the paint job. Like everything that I could think of is painted on this thing. Like even the back, like where you would skimp out on some of the detailing, they didn't. Which you do pay a premium for this figure. It's not like this was still like a $25, $30 Spawn figure hanging on the shelf. Like this guy was like $100 after shipping.
Ooh.
But that being said, you see all the accessories? Like he comes with more than most of like the Figmas and figure arts.
You can definitely justify the price with all this stuff and what you can do with him.
Yeah, just all like the extras. Like I almost feel like it was weird because I was annoyed that he was more expensive than the OG Kickstarter. Like I got all three of them for like $200. And he was $100 just for one of them. But honestly, I'm kind of like I said, I'm actually happier with this thing. Like it's just there's so much more paint job going on than was on that Spawn too. Just all the minute detail is just fan-freaking-tastic. But we are gonna pop the cape back on him. I will say the magnets aren't the strongest thing ever. They do their job. Like if it's if you have it posed, it's not gonna fall off.
It works to what it's supposed to do, I guess.
But if you're messing around with it a bunch, they will pop off. But that's just kind of the nature of magnets anyways. as you can see. There we go. Trying to get that one in the hole. So we got the Spawn clasp on them. And since they fell off, for his articulation, the head, like you've seen, is on a ball joint. The base of the neck, oddly, isn't. But it still gets all the range of motion you really need to. It's probably the one joint of this figure I'm kind of surprised isn't there. It's like right there. But the arms can go up and down. Nice forward. You pretty much go all the way around. Yeah. This is also on its own little joint here, so you can kind of shift it out of the way if you need to. It has double jointed elbows. Hands can rotate around a hinge, so a decent amount of play there. I think that's a hinge. It might be just a ball joint. The chest, solid forward and bend, side to side. Not the best forward and back kick because the way the chainmail around his groin setup doesn't give you a lot of play there, but solid splits.
Good articulation.
Oh, oddly enough, no rotation there. There's no rotation at the top of the thigh. Okay, no, I kind of get it because of the way the armor plating is. You'd have to like have a weird cut there, but I feel like you could have cut it there and then just cut into that top plate if you really wanted to. But I do understand why it's not there. And then double jointed knees. Feet can go side to side. They rotate a bit, and also has articulated toes.
I put a toe articulation, but never mind.
It's odd, right? Because we have a toe articulation on a metal boot. Which I guess they're riveted, so they should have a bend to it. It's just a little weird. So articulation's good overall. Not amazing as it could be, but I think still pretty serviceable for this style of figure anyways. Here's the medieval Spawn compared next to Servo, our fluffy half Mancoon whatever else cat. He's orange. The custom medieval Spawn that I put together. We showcased him on the channel before. I was trying to find his axe before that happened. But honestly, they look pretty good together. And here it is. Ow. And my ankle just snapped as soon as I hit play. Oh, this review's going great. We have the Deluxe Violator from Mcfarlane Toys and the Gunslinger Spawn, which I think is one of only two spawns that I haven't modified in the slightest. Some point I probably should because his spikes look like Dookie on his arm. But haven't messed with them yet. Now, two that I have customized fairly heavily is the Redeemer and the Angela. This one's the Mcfarlane Toys. This one's actually the Marvel Legends that I did a lot of rubbing, buffing, and redoing pretty much all the chrome on her. The chrome gold, painted the face. I even 3D printed some Spawn medallions for the side here and painted them up. Overall, really happy with her. I kind of wish I did the hair a little bit better, but I think it looks fine for the most part. Even touched up her stomach area a little bit. And then for him, it was pretty much just rub and buff all the time. And then I did a little bit of a wash over top of the blue here just to make it stand out a little bit more. Funny enough, didn't have to really do anything with the wings, which at least one thing that made my life a lot easier. Not because I don't get to show it off too much, but here's the Spawn custom that kind of started him. Which I still really need to redo this cape at some point. I like it, but it's very cartoony looking. But it's got all the wires in it. I weathered it. Overall, like, I'm still not displeased with it. Like, it looks cool, but some of it needs to be touched up again. And if I'm touching it up, I might just do it like how you're supposed to and actually stitch the thing instead of using whatchamacallit, heat tape. So overall for the Kickstarter Medieval Spawn, probably the best McFarlane figure we've ever gotten.
I actually like this guy.
I think in terms of just what it all comes with, I feel like it was easily the best bang for my buck I've gotten out of McFarlane's.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, he comes with a lot. It's surprising lot.
Like compared to the original Kickstarter, the Medieval Spawn, where it was like a good figure, but like the paint job wasn't really stellar. Accessories maybe could have matched a little bit better. Like, I think everything about this thing is just awesome. And if I, like I said, if I had a little nitpick, it would have been cool to have like real chains and a soft goods cape.
I don't know. I feel like, well, yeah, I can't argue with it. If they can put the chain on a ball thing, then they can put a chain on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then if I didn't have the chains on the figure, again, soft goods cape. Like, if it's a premium figure, I feel like I think everybody wants a soft goods cape.
That is so 50-50 because I kind of can justify why they didn't put it, but like you said, you can justify why they should have done it. So,
like, I like that it's stylized because, with like I said, if I can't mess with the cape, I kind of want it to have some character.
Yeah.
Like, if it was just straight down, it would look boring. I understand that, but with the soft goods cape, though, you get like the best of both worlds, where you can still pose with it, you can still mess with it, you can still have it straight down if you really want to. And again, like for action figure purposes, because they're meant to be posed and messed with, having your cape be able to be posed and messed with too, I think is definitely the way to go. Like, even if they had to bump up the price like slightly more to have it, I think I would have been fine with it. Because like I said, like even right now, I feel like I got my money's worth out of it. So again,
oh, definitely, yeah.
Not complaining, but would have been cool. Yeah, because the only other Mcfarlane Spawn, at least for recent memory, I think is remotely in contention would be the Violator.
Yeah, Violator's a good figure.
Like, even like the DC figures I've seen and stuff, like this thing just like I said, I feel like trumps everything. Honestly, it's better than pretty much any of the NECAs I got too.
Oh yeah,
this guy was like double the price and double the fun.
Steve, I thought we were supposed to be serious here.
I'm sorry. So I do. It's hard to say. Like, I recommend getting this guy since it was a Kickstarter, so it's not like you can just go and buy it.
Yeah,
like you're kind of at the mercy of
eBay prices.
eBay. But it is sweet. I would probably try to get this thing sooner than later, because I haven't heard of them possibly doing like a re-release or something. And like, with that being a Kickstarter, I doubt that. Like, if they do another one of these, I'll probably be a different version. So, anyways, you can help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a Ranger Dave. Also got Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, and Facebook. Guys, like you all the video channel, donate, greatly would appreciate it. If you guys would just like to pick up some Spawn figures, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Easy way to support the channel if you're already buying collectibles anyways. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.